Jimmy Bones, is that you? Never had any idea smarter than getting yourselves a little bit more. Come on, Jimmy, please, man.
Jimmy's blood must still be in that building.
Jimmy Bones, is that you? Got a natural high, a supernatural high. It's a trip, baby. Come on, Jimmy, please, man. Never had any idea smarter than getting yourselves a little bit more.
Hello. Who's here? hello out there. Who is here and still holding on to Grotesquerie? Who is enjoying the show? I would love to know who is watching this show and is thoroughly enjoying it and maybe has, a deeper understanding of it. I don't have nothing for it. I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing but theories. And I don't even know if any of those are, hidden for anything anymore. But welcome in here. We love to have you here. Shout out to the 35 people already here. Make sure you are hitting the like button on everybody's platform. I'm gonna bring out K-Bly first because I need answers. Somebody has to make it make sense in the direction that they think we are going with this show. Okay?
I know nothing, Jon Snow. Okay, because between the first 10 minutes of episode 5 and the last 10 minutes of episode 6, I have some words for Ryan Murphy. I just want to talk to
you. Yeah, I, at this point, Kay, I don't even want to talk to Ryan. Ryan is being real pen happy these days. He just writing stuff. I think he just throwing darts at a wall. And it's just, okay, that's the idea landed on. We're going to put this in the series because what is Grotesquerie?
We need to have a conversation.
Ashley, with the sweet perspective, can you give us a perspective on Grotesquerie?
Girl, no, this was more of a fever dream than we've seen. I was like, not only we got drive-bys, we got pimps and hoes, we got drownings, we have car accidents, all in the span of like like 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Insanity. But y'all, the people on TikTok love it. They love Father Freak Daddy. They say they live for his scenes. They just want to see him. They want to see him with his fingers in people's mouths. They want to see him beating himself. They want to see all of it. They love Father Freak Daddy. That's what they love. They don't love Lois. They ain't got no love for Lois. They want that man.
I mean, Father Charlie
That's unhinged. That's unhinged.
Yeah, you got an unhinged group of folks over there because Father Charlie is very much a choice. So if that's what we're holding on to, I'm just glad they found something. I was holding on here for Lois, and I'm not anymore.
But I got a theory about Lois. I feel like I know all of her problems, where they stem from, and I think we saw the embodiment of her deep-rooted issues.
All right. Well, what I can say is with these episode 5 and 6, we have been on par with a lot of the themes, predictions that we had for what maybe these character motivations were, and maybe a little bit of what we had going on. Some of it has been correct, so I'm going to go forward hoping that a lot of our theories are correct. But child, we can only start episode by episode. Old episode 5. Now, they was doing a whole lot with the camera work in this episode. It looked like a crime drama for real, for real. I thought we was in an episode of Law and Order with all this camera work. This is just the end of Day's End. This is purgatory end, the end of the road. Like, this is just the end. We have Sister Megan and all this skepticism. Before we even got there, baby, why are we going here? Let's go back home. Let's find our way. Let's get the hell out of here. I don't think we should stay here. Then we have Lois and this fake protection and lack of concern. It was just like the opposites for me. And it was really like Sister Megan for me was like the angel or the voice on her shoulder. Because once again, like I said, I believe this is in Lois's mind. And Megan is an extension of her consciousness. That's all I got. And it's just like that voice on her shoulder saying, we shouldn't be here. This isn't safe. While all the time that innocence of I'm trying to help and save everybody and I'm trying to pray. Baby, I'm not praying with you. You can get up off them little knees praying to Santa Claus, making wishes. I will never pray with you no matter the circumstances. And we have Lois, by the time we picked up Lil Mama in the beginning of the episode covered in that blood, and she's like, well, we can lead a horse to water. We can't make him drink it. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, it's just so... She's very nonchalant in her lack of concern for people, but it's like we're almost faking it, asking like young lady behind the counter there, is somebody beating on you? We could help you. Well, no. Well, all right then. I tried to help you. I don't know what you want me to. It's just very, set it and forget it. Ashley, where were you with this end, and why the hell would anybody want to stay here?
I mean, nobody would ever want to stay there. We'll be safe here for the night, girl. And then out of the next breath, but the smoke and everything, we got to get out of here. Lois, make up your mind. This is Sybil. She's got multiple personalities at this point because, girl, and I too think that these are all representations. I can appreciate the duality of it all. You have Lois representing this kind of staunch atheist. Then you have this whole nun, both of which I believe are living on the inside of her. She wants to be this savior. I said, when they went into the hotel and she laid out all the artillery, like she was about to go to war, I said, girl, where's the war? And then there's drive-bys, there's snow globes of the Last Supper. And they both, here's something they had in common, the save-a-ho spirit. Because girl, they don't want to be saved at this point. I'm kind of with Lois, girl, we could do what we could do. But if you didn't know before that this was inside of Lois, or she's in a comatose state on her way out of this earth, you absolutely know it in these first 5 or 10 minutes. Even when she's on the phone with Big Red and she's like, what do you mean I'm not getting any better? There are little things and little nuance, little pieces, breadcrumbs that you catch in these first couple minutes. But no, you're not a savior, ma'am. It's all this savior complex. Let me do this. Let me do that. And I believe she's the one that pop Sister Mary Clarence. I think that blood is on her hands.
You already know I said that I thought Lois was Grotesquerie. Our Grotesquerie is an extension of Lois. Because she's told Sister Megan this entire time, I'm not gonna let nothing happen to you. You're okay, girl. Relax. Stop tripping. Get in the car. Like, we're fine. We're gonna be safe. Why are you tripping? Pow pow, just shot. Like, Kay, what were your thoughts with the first like 10 to 15 minutes of episode 5?
So everybody just out here crashing out. So we first of all we was on the highway to hell. Now we at motel hell, and all hell has broken loose. I didn't know what the hell was happening. All I know is this whole episode I was looking for Olivia Benson and Elliot Stabler, because I didn't know what the hell was going on. What exactly was going on other than a whole lot of foolishness in the mind of Lois, because none of it made sense and none of it had anything to do with anything.
Who is that typing away? Is that Ashley? Sounding like Harry Bradshaw over there.
But now I do. Now remember when I've been expounding on my theory just a little bit.
Please give us something, please.
So remember when I felt like we were in like I had a theory about the Wizard of Oz, and I'm gonna stick with that for just a little bit longer. I think I'm gonna let it cook, because these 2 episodes made me really start to pull into that whole Wizard of Oz thing. Like, what if everybody that's she's seeing now is a representative of her real life? Like, wherever she's in some kind of Oz place. And what if she is in she is in a coma instead of her husband? It might be her. Like, maybe that the nurse is at the hospital trying to help her, but also hitting on her husband. What if the nun here is somebody that comes to the room and prays for her? Like, I think all of these people in her whatever limbo state are real people. But just like in the Wizard of Oz, they look like something else.
I'm here for it, Kay. We'll take whatever you got. We will take whatever you have at this point. I will say, like, I'm glad that we're all sticking to our guns, because I do think this is all in Lois's mind. And all of these people are extensions of her. And if Miss Sister Megan here is an extension of her, and the likes of Father Charlie, the combination of that can be very grotesquerie. Because her disdain for praying and religion, and girl, get up, I'm not praying for you. Even when you're shot, you want me to pray, girl. You just want me trying to get your way, huh? I'm still not praying that you make it through this bullet wound. I'm just not. I just don't believe in that. And that kind of ties into kind of Father Charlie's issue, even though he does believe, but there's a sense of what we've been told to believe. It's, it's questionable. We should be bending and breaking this and trying whatever. And even that talk about pretty much it being the end, and us, getting this is all when she cut on the TV, this all just happened to be on. We keep getting imagery of this Last Supper snow globe. I think this is the second or third time since they've been caught out here. It's just a collection of things that maybe a grotesquerie murderous person or whatever would see, to think that there's no hope for humanity and be out here doing all of these heinous acts. If it's not grotesquerie, it's definitely an extension if it's not Lois herself. But yeah, she gets whole shot. She gets a whole shot. Sister Megan is out here trying to be the sister. I'm like, look, there's no way in hell all of this chaos is happening in one spot. Oh my God, when she says he's drowning her, he's beating her again, Lois. He's drowning her in the purple pool. She's like, oh hell, like she getting beat again. Like, what? She just don't care. And this is the second or third time that we have been close range at the grotesquerie, and nobody's been able to shoot. No shots are going through. We're just getting in the car after we shoot Megan, and we're kidnapping yet another victim. I think this is okay. Because we keep transitioning from these moments and coming back around to Lois being in her home sleep. I'm like, is this happening in her mind? But this is what the dream state looks like in her conscious. But in real life, you went out and you kidnapped and you did, like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I keep trying really, really hard to piece it together.
It's got to be something to that fire, though, because I mean, maybe she said, maybe she was drunk and set a fire, or maybe the house burned down, or maybe the last case somebody tried to set her on fire, or something. It's got to be something to that fire, because the symbolism means something here with
She
that.
ain't had no cases, Kay. She ain't no real detective.
Because that's what I keep thinking in my mind. I keep thinking Grotesquerie ain't even real. I really feel like Grotesquerie is not real.
Well, something happened taking place.
Somebody is not real here.
Well,
You're not real, man.
no, something had to have taken place for her to have this internal situation, because we have Father Charlie in here talking to her in the same way that Nurse Red did when she was sitting by Marsha's side. Why are you still here? Hey, don't you? This is your fault. What is it? Don't you have somewhere to be? Don't you have somebody to go save, a killer to go catch? This happened. She was
be letting
out.
people read her for filth.
And like this is, but it's the same thing. I feel like internally she's battling with something that took place in real life that may have been her fault, because she was out here being a drunk, being or whatever. I don't know, but it's getting to be too much.
I think it goes way deeper than that, and I'm trying to hold it till we get to this person. But everything that we're seeing is a result of someone very close to Lois in her childhood. And I'm gonna just say it because hell, this is going everywhere any kind of way anyway. Glorious McCall, Minister Glorious McCall is her mama. She represents everything that is wrong with the world. I feel like her deep-rooted issues with religion and all of that, I think it's personified in different people, but I think that's the main one. I think that's why she backs up off it, because I said, how you gonna let him punk you like this? You sitting in this hotel or in this hospital room, he done threw away your carnations, you done got the girl, these make her depressed. Let me get her these wildflowers that we picked when we were on one of our little sex adventures in the woods. And then you just get up and leave. Okay, I'll go. You used her as a wingman and as a pawn and as a this and as a that. And again, I agree. This is a dream within a dream within a dream. I think there's layers to this. But I think it's all in her psyche. I honestly believe that. I don't think that any of this is really occurring. I think it's something she invented, and I do not think she's a detective in real life. I think she made that up. I think that's her avatar. I think that's who she wants to be. This is her Sims character.
That episode 1 when she was presenting that case, like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. It felt so false and fake. This is how it would be if I was the first Black detective in this department. Kay.
Yeah, I told you this lady is in she's in Oz at this point. All these people are somebody in real life, but but not real. They're not real where she is now, but they're real somewhere else, but not in this shape, form, fashion. Because everything is just so over the top and exaggerated. Like, did you see how people were just running around like just complete chaos when they was at Motel Hell? I said, what is this?
It was what those themes of, the world ending and the doomsday, and what has rang true from like episode 1 until this one, I can say, is that Lois is selfish and she does not give a damn about anybody. So that thread of her using people, like you use Sister Megan or put her on, she wasn't equipped to be out here running around with you and all of this, or even with her in this state, it feels like she quickly replaced her with the next officer she met. Like, yeah, have my back, protect me. I don't give a damn. And then even when we get to Glorious, we have yet another shootout. Lois don't give a damn about anybody. If it's not about me getting into this case and solving it, if you can't help me with that, then you're in my way.
When she said, you're not my partner. I said, you done made Sister Mary Clarence your partner. Girl, cut it out, Lois.
Child.
Stop it, Lois.
It's just, well, he told her, get out of here, you and your little funky carnations, and she headed out the door with like, yeah. It's like people are telling her truths about herself. Like, why are you in here pretending that you give a damn? Like, you don't give a damn about Sister Megan. Get out of here. It's like, well, all right, let me just go then. Like, she don't. I'm sick of these scenarios too. Once again, we are waking up every single time this lady takes a drinking a nap. Somebody dies. Somebody dies. Once again, we get into this FBI taking over. That never happens because, baby, the FBI was taking over these cases episode 1. They have yet to come in, and it's like Lois isn't listening to anybody. No, I don't need any help. This is about me. Everything here is about me, and he's taunting me. And even the follow me detective Tyra, let the dead bury the dead. She took that. Yeah, he want me to be invested and keep. Like, did you not go down where it says let the dead bury the dead? Like, the dead, like representing that you're dead, like somebody, like it's not making sense. But we keep getting into more of these cases. We are now on missing babies and dead pregnant women. Ashley.
Girl, but let's go down your history because you're top cop and you have so many enemies. Oh yeah, let's go back through them. And I was like, dude, let me look up these names and see if they have any significance. Madigan and oh, he's a Buddhist lawyer. Oh, she's a so and so. Oh, but Glorious. Glorious is out now, so that's probably your one. Oh, I know what to do. Again, everything centering around you, girl. You have done nothing so deep that this grotesquerie is after you specifically. Again, another note and nod to the fact that this is all in her mind. Everything is about her, just like you said, even in her behaviors, her personality as it's displayed in the show, very, very self-centered. Everything is about her. And so it makes sense that all of the crimes would be about Detective Lois Tryon. Follow me and let the dead bury the dead. Girl, this ain't about you. And like I said, you're top cop. You done solved all these crimes. Now the people got a vendetta and they after you after all these years. Lois, stop it. Cut it out. FBI, like you said, took over the case first episode. Should have been. What local police department deals with a serial unaliver like this? This is far-fetched, insane. We saw all the men throwing up again. I said,
Child.
Y'all not gonna let that go because the men are the problem. The men are weak. The women are the strong ones. Yeah, there's a lot of messaging here, but Lois, this is all in her head. This is, again, these are her delusions of who she wanted to be. This is her sim. This is her avatar. This is not a real, she's not.
I would not be surprised if we end off and we see Lois in a vegetative state. And she's just, and people are hovering over her like, and it's just like, like I just don't see any other directions that we could go with this. But I can say that I am getting really tired of hitting the same beats of us rolling up to yet another crime. They are dragging this show. When you said this show was 10 episodes, I said lies. This is an 8-episode show if I ever seen one. 10 episodes? For us to make this 10, we are dragging it. I did notice that these episodes were conveniently a little 30 minutes in comparison to the other ones that were almost an hour long. They are dragging this narrative. This got real tedious real quick. Hey.
Has there been any arrests this far?
No, not even a suspect.
Ain't nobody.
I ain't seen nobody in handcuffs. I ain't seen nobody get taken to the precinct. I ain't seen no lawyers get called, no prosecuting attorneys, like nothing. It's giving Shutter Island.
Somebody put that in the comments too. Sean Dickerson. It could be like the movie Shutter Island.
Well, at least with Shutter Island, there were, people putting on this facade for whatever his name was, for Leonardo DiCaprio's characters. Nobody's putting this on. Unless her mind is the Shutter Island, nobody's coasting her through something to get her to digest.
She coasted. She walking herself through it.
She talking herself through
jobs, Lois. Tomorrow, next week we won't have jobs. Like, yeah, I need all the cases, and I need girl, I'm sick of this fake Showtime cop drama that we're going through with Lois. This should have been 8 episodes if I ever seen it. Oh, there y'all go down in the chat bringing up them 7 deadly sins. Child, we've been there and done that. They need to do something else. All the things that we've established, I can say at least we haven't been wrong. We in no way that it hasn't anything happened where it's like, oh, we wrong. Now we roll up on this happy-go-lucky skipper cop patting the dog and Lois, we need you. I found something. Like, okay, I'm on my way. This is about helping this case. Here I come. And then you call me up here for these little bald-headed, beaten, abused children. I don't give a damn about this. What I thought you had some. Wait. She did say that the lady in black the man in black was here. Hi, I'm Lois. What's your name? I got these M&Ms. Girl, Lois don't give a damn about nobody. Lois could care less. Like, she does not care. Immediately, everybody is disposable in her agenda to get wherever she's trying to get to. Sister Megan is down. You don't look like you worth nothing. You all in here happy, petting the dog, caring about these little pathetic kids. You know what? I could use you. I could have use for you. Come on and have my back. This leads us finding this pregnant mother, and we're getting into the Belinda. We find the lady from the front room. She's here, still looking like the front room, standing in the field of, this orchard of oranges. And it's just like, yeah, I'm holding this baby, and this is my baby, and more of he's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We keep hearing that, and we don't know who the hell he is. Ashley.
Girl, and don't care at this point because we already knew she thought it was grotesquerie because everything grotesquerie. They could go to the desert, they could go to the mountains, they could go to California. It's always going to be grotesquerie. He's always leading her and guiding her. When she got there and looked at that little bruised baby and didn't have not a lick of compassion, what'd you bring me here for this? This ain't for. Just talk to her. Oh, hey, pretty girl. You are low down, Lois. You low down. You low down in your delusion, and you low down in real life. I didn't like it one bit, but it was fun to see Belinda. Baby. Get my newspaper, baby.
Yeah, she had her newspaper, baby. She was like, baby, you all of 65. You delivered this baby.
She said,
okay,
baby. She said, when can I get my baby and go home?
I'm trying to figure out. Ryan Murphy, why are we writing all of this? Why are we taking time to build up a whole plot when none of this matters? Because when she wakes up from her coma, when she wake up in the loony bin, none of this is gonna matter. You're trying to give us a whole storyline. You know what? Lois don't care about the storyline because none of this matters. She don't care about it because deep down inside, she knows none of this is real. She is not caring about something that she created and constructed in her mind. Why are you trying to wrap us in this elaborate story that she's going on this wild goose chase like we're in the movie 7 and she's never going to get anywhere? We're not getting anywhere.
That's what's making me mad, Kay, because we know this isn't real. We know that this is some type of oblivion for her and we're going to wake up. But I need to make sure that us waking up, it's something substantial. Like if we go through all of this for 10 episodes and it was for nothing, that's when you start to piss people off. Y'all make sure to super chat and put these theories into the chat so we can get into them. Thank you so much, Trent King, for the $5. All I can say is thank you, Jesus Cristo, that this episode wasn't boring like the last two. Random, C, chaotic fantasy, C, but last week was a chore. I mean, they're all becoming a chore for me, Trent. They're all just kind of hitting the same beats. I'm dreading watching Grotesquerie. Grotesquerie is not the first thing on the docket to go, you know what? I can't wait to get into them new episodes. I want to get into the new ones, hoping that we get some leadway into what the hell is going on here. But we don't. We're just in a fever dream of the movie 7. That's all we're doing.
You get upset. I get every 5 minutes that there's no part of these episodes that I did. Except there was a small part in episode 6 that I was like, okay, Lois. But the rest of this, y'all, it just gets me upset. Every 5 minutes, I'm like, Ryan, really? I know you lying. I know you lying. What is this for? Why would you do that?
I don't know. That's why I couldn't get into Miss Belinda, the front room here, or get into. I was like, we're wasting time. I was like, I don't want to talk to
y'all seen her in there. I was waiting. I
was like, girl, what? Why she look so familiar? It's like, oh, it's the old lady from the front row. Yeah, we are getting into 5150s because we're gonna have to keep you locked down. Ain't no way in hell you had that baby. I was like, Lois, are you in the 5150? There's no way. I feel like she's somewhere. It's gonna be a flip, and we gonna end off with her in a cuckoo's nest situation, foaming at the mouth in the corner because she's so medicated. But we're gonna place you in 5150, ma'am, until you're able to give me more information on where you got that baby from and who you're listening to and following to think that it was okay to kidnap a baby or these, dead pregnant women. But she's following a prophet and she mentions, everything was glorious and glorious. Like, oh, this is tying back into Glorious, the OG prisoner that I had put away that just happens to be out. Ashley, did you care about any of this?
Well, I mean, we got to listen to what Berlinder was saying as well in this, because, I mean, it wasn't for naught, basically, because what if I'm not real? What if I'm just a figment of your imagination, just like Glorious? What if this is a glorious dream? Everything she said in this was still implying that she is not real. Like, this is clearly in a coma, and I don't know why he's beating a dead horse. It's just so on the nose and lacking nuance and complexity for me that it just feels lazy at this point. Because why do you keep throwing, you're softballing this to us, and I don't understand why. Like, he knows that his audience is smarter than all this, and it just feels like he's going for the cheap, like, salacious reactionary content. And I know he's capable of better, and I know he's capable of more than this. And so again, I'm like, y'all, it's just like, come on, y'all. Like, we get it. She's in a dream. You don't have to say it anymore. You don't have to say it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, if you, because I feel like he's trying to make it obvious, like that this is a dream. Like we're slow. We don't need all the hints. Like, you given us all the hints that we need. We know that this is not real. It's overly elaborate and over embellished. It's not real. If you wanted to really just go with this plot and have us be like, oh, wow, I never saw that coming, take some notes from Mr. Robot, okay? Because they got me 2 seasons in a row. Okay, they ain't make nothing obvious. Everything was just normal as day when they flipped the switch. Okay, you didn't make none of this is normal. None of it is normal. Everything is so outlandish that there's no way any of this could be real. And so you're making us follow this case that we don't care about because we know none of it is real.
I think that's what he wanted to be our motivation, just knowing that this isn't real and us harboring and guessing what exactly Lois is going through on the other side of this in reality. I think that's supposed to be our motivation, but that's not enough. Make it enough. That's what he said. He said, make it enough. That's not enough. He wants us to sit in decompartmentalize, go, is Lois in a coma? Is she dead? Is this hell? Is she in purgatory? Is she alive? Is everybody like, or is this another dimension? Is like that? I think that's supposed to be the draw, but it's not working for me personally. I'm just irritated.
Yeah.
I am just irritated. But we leave Maisie after she, dropping nuggets, and we get to go see what's so glorious. We meet ex-felon Glorious. For what? It's a shootout again. Now, like Ashley said, everybody here is stating the obvious, or everybody just happens to know what the hell is going on with Lois, because everybody just knows. She rolls up. This lady just been released from jail, but she knows the killer and he's taunting you. He wants to make it like. We have once again with the partner not giving a damn, shootouts, have my back. Lois don't have nobody else's back. Like, this man could have got shot. If he wasn't on his shooting skills, he would have been gunned down, and who was going to do anything about it? But I'm going to go to Ashley, because you said you had some theories about why.
That's her mama.
You think so?
Glorious, McCall Ministries, minister, pastor. Glorious is her mother. There is such a contention there. There was even such a loathing when she's talking back about her from before. The idea that she's pimping people, she's trafficking people. Y'all know a lot of people make that connotation to people in ministry anyway. I don't think this was like a casual thing. She said, this was the one that I was searching for the longest, and I saved her life, and I did all of this. I think there's something deep there. And then, like you said, oh yeah, that's the false prophet, and he's coming to thwart you and to bring on the end of days, because look at everything what's going on. But again, repeating almost verbatim what we heard Father Freaky Deaky say in episode 2, 3, or 4, one of those episodes. And it's like, come on, it's redundancy. But I think who Glorious represents is her mother. I do. I think that her mother was probably overly religious. She was probably raised in that, which is why she has such a strong hatred towards it. Again, it's kind of reading, like predictable, but maybe he'll mix it up. But that's what I got from it. It got, this is not what it seems. And Maisie's my girl. Maisie works for me, Bookie. She used to work for him though. Because he has a congregation, so he got a church too. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think when we're getting into her mind and that discontent that she has in religion, and I'm not praying, and I'm not like, it's very strong. And even with this all, like everybody outside, just for whatever reason, guns was drawn. And it's just like, I don't trust this bitch. She's trying to kill me. Everything she ever did, she tried to take me down. She tried to kill me, feeding all of that crap into me when I was whatever. Yeah, I'm taking you down, ma'am. You're getting locked up for good. Got this Uzi in your purse. Yeah, and I could see that why she's saying like, oh, such and such. They're in school now. They're going to Harvard. Who did I lead astray? Who did I use? Who did I traffic? Like, what are you talking about? Child. Kay, what do you got for this pimp?
That has to be somebody that she just really don't care about at all to put her in this role. It's got to be somebody that she just like, I don't like you at all, so I'm going to make you one of the worst type of people and make it seem like the things that you do are horrible to people. Because and then it spun back right back around to religion. And if Lois is in that state of limbo, they're probably trying to tell her like, look, it's you right there. Either you going up or you down. So I need you to get right where you at. Like, you got an opportunity to get yourself together before the final decision is made. And Lois is still not seeing the forest for the trees.
And watching this, I probably drifted off because it is grotesquerie. I just got pimped from this woman. So she was actually a pastor.
Again, she says that she was a pimp and a trafficker, and that's what she went to prison for. But when you get to this trailer or whatever she's in, on the door it says Glorious McCall Ministries.
Child, they making me sick. Making me sick. Oh, they definitely taking you down for this. Got this in your bag. Like, it just really felt like, because it was like, what the hell are guns being drawn? Like, what? We're sitting, we're having conversation. It just felt like, yeah, I don't care what we're doing here or whatever. Like, she's out to get me. Like, I have to put you away. Like, you've been out to get me all my life type stuff. Like, how do they let you out? You of all people? This is probably
again, and most times people who have strong aversions to religion are those who were forced to do religion as a child. So again, I think she represents something.
I'm here for it, because if I'm feeling that if Father Charlie is a part of that consciousness and anywhere in her being along with Sister Megan, that's probably that side of the religion that wanted to accept it, and then Father, and all of this is the opposite. And I think that's her duality and her conflict within herself, and why I ain't getting on my knees to pray to nothing. I think this is all in her. She said she got to put this biddy away. She has to go down. Now, by this time, I was like, where's Merritt? Where did Merritt go? Merritt doesn't leave the house. Merritt doesn't go anywhere. Where is Merritt? When were we going to pick back up with us leaving Merritt with the likes of Eddie?
We saw Flash.
Yeah, we saw Flash at the end. I got that little flash, but I was like, where is she? From episode 1 to this one, her going back home and being in the house, we got this unknown phone call once again. Flash is in the window, and her being all invested in that case and being blicky happy per usual. Somebody's watching her. Somebody's calling her. Well, yeah, I'm on you. I'm so close. And girl, you ain't no closer than you were yesterday when you took old Glorious down. But I just wanted to know where the hell Merritt was, because she doesn't leave the house. Ashley?
She too big to miss. You ain't gonna miss her.
Ma'am.
Anywhere in the house. You're not. We know Merritt ain't real. We know she don't exist. No shade. No tea, no shade. But Merritt will be somewhere eating a ham, eating a turkey, eating a snack, eating a pizza, eating everything. We know. If Merritt was real, she would be there. But again, we never know when Lois is in a dream, if she's awake. It's all been a dream. It's all been a dream and a dream and a dream and a dream and a dream. Merritt is a figment of her damn emotions or imagination. Merritt may have existed once upon a time, but she no longer does. And we know Lois ain't seen a trigger she hasn't wanted to pull. She wants to pull every trigger. Every chance she gets, she's going to pull it. But yeah, Merritt ain't there because Merritt don't exist for real.
I just wanted to know why at this moment she decided that Merritt didn't exist. Because every time we went home, I was expecting to see Merritt pop up. So the fact that we were there, twice, she didn't roll up once. I was like, why did we conveniently decide to leave Merritt out of this delusion? Okay,
they wasn't feeding her this time. Like I that's bothering me.
Yeah, we need to see that. Okay. What do you think?
Exactly, because wasn't nobody trying to see them two look clothes anyway. Uh, I'm good on that. Uh, the Angel of Death, slash the tall athletic man, came and took Merritt to the upper room. She's gone, baby. She gone.
He took her to the upper room.
Room.
I just was wondering, I was like, where the hell is Mary in your little fantasy? But we left Mary where she was so we can make room for Nurse Red. Oh, Nurse Red. B, I will shoot you dead. I will shoot you down in here. Because Marshall was my purpose. This lady was exactly who I thought she was. She's exactly who I thought she was. I knew she was over there being Marshall's mistress, and she was the one who was at the happy hoe. She went through the rundown and wanted to get into, Lois's good graces. So she bought a bottle of premium vodka. Girl, did this from across the border, across the water. I had this special. You gonna let me in? Like, well, yeah. All right. Well, what do you want? Well, I've been, perplexed, blowing up your phone, wanting to for you to hand over that custody because I have a deeper connection with Marshall than I maybe admitted to. I was, lost, turned out, bewildered,
Lost and turned out.
not reaching my full potential. I feel like I deserve more as a woman. So I went to this seminar this one time and it was Marshall and we just linked up and he, confided in me. He was so stressed. Y'all was stressing him out. He was taking everything internally with you, with the daughter and, that tub of ice cream because we had to mention some food when we mentioned Mary in the same breath. It was just too much for me. Was it all my fault? So this is why I just feel like, and like for all of 5 seconds, she like, you know what, bring it in. Bring it in. It took a lot for you to do that, right? For you to let all that out. You've been holding on to that. Give me your hand, sister. I see you. But I will shoot you down where you stand if you don't get your ass up out of my house with this mess. Stay away from my husband. You will never get, girl. This was comedy. This was pure comedy. This was comedy. I was just glad to get confirmation that Nurse Red was exactly who I thought she was to Marshall. Ashley.
Girl, I'm sick of the Courtney B. Vance being used in this way. And I'm even more upset with this role. I'm just so disappointed. I'm disappointed every time we see him. It is so lackluster. It's so minimal. And just the sights that you would leave, because Niecy Nash fine, right? You would leave her for Big Red. Big Red was the prize. You sat in the bar and cried real tears over your child eating a bundt cake and your wife with a bottle. That's what you did. You sat and cried in this woman's bosom for that. And she was, but I know they not doing the time space thing. So maybe she was young and fine back then. I don't know. But it's not giving. I feel like his character is being so underutilized. We still don't understand the true reason. It wasn't just an affair that caused Lois's loathing for this man. Like, get to it. That's what I feel. This is why I feel like Ryan Murphy needs to be stopped, because why did you do this? Why, Bly? Why did you do any of this? It's a waste. It's a waste of a character. It's a waste of scenes, because we knew this second, third episode in. We knew who Big Red was with all that red on. We knew she was a hussy, a woman of ill repute, a woman of the night, a streetwalker.
Kay, what did you
go
think?
on there and the $2 hole.
A $2.
Well, the Brown had a good time with that $2 hole. What did you think about this, Kay?
First of all, I feel like she came there to play in the face. She came there in there to say, your husband was complaining to me because you are alcoholic and your daughter's fat. and he's upset with both of you because she won't stop eating and you won't stop drinking. Like, she came up to her to throw shade in her face. And I guess she forgot that Lois was trigger happy. So I was so glad when she pulled out that same thing.
She did. She's like, oh, I thought you would like hurt me or slap me down. I expected a different response. Like, no, bring it in. She thought she knew better.
Yeah, she was like, I'm gonna give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly yellow no cookies.
Stir off my property before I pump your guts full of lead. All right, Johnny, I'm going.
I'm not gonna play with y'all.
1, 2, 10.
We're gonna go finish Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Yo, we so corny. I hate it. I'm sorry. Y'all funny. My stomach hurts messing with y'all. But yeah, this is just, you know, what this is. Like you said, I too was like, this is really the capacity that we hired the Courtney B. Vance for, because Courtney B. Vance acts down. And to utilize him in such a small, insignificant way, because I was hoping around this time, even if it was via flashbacks, but we didn't get much with that, or just to really let him push on with those acting chops. He's just here to really be a body in that bed. And it is just truly, truly unfortunate. But hey, we got confirmation with that. Let me read y'all super chats. Thank you so much. Tony Roberts with the $4.99 said, Merritt is too busy sharing a rack of lamb with...
That's next. Probably a side of beef.
Not a rack of lamb with Travis Kelce. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tony Roberts. Trent King with the $5 said, next week, the veil will be lifted. And I think it'll be more heavy on Courtney B. Vance once we learn Lois is schizo with a personality disorder.
Okay.
What did we just do and watch where there was because I was like, we can't give us, you know, 2 personality disorder situations, Ryan Murphy. What did we just watch? Where it was it a Ryan Murphy show? Or I can't remember what we watched. And it was like, oh, this person has had a personality disorder this whole time. And this is why this has been happening. I'm like, I know he's not going to pull from that same bag of tricks twice back to back so soon. What were we watching?
Aaron Hernandez was the only other Ryan Murphy thing we just watched, right?
We watched Aaron Hernandez.
Mm-hmm.
And even with that, we're getting into personality disorders also.
Yeah.
Can we not? I hope not, Trent. Thank you.
It's giving Shutter Island.
It's just some things that he's done before, and I don't understand why he's doing them so quickly again. Oh, Lord. Once again, y'all, thank you so much to the 70 people who are here in this live. We absolutely adore that, and we would love to get 70 more. I'm going to give you guys a moment to not only hit that like buttons, but hit us with a super chat if you want to get into your theories. Lord knows we need them. We are taking all handouts. We are taking everything for this show because what the hell is going on? We'll be right back, y'all.
Where she wanna be, call me Freaky T. On the leash, I feel like a dog. I need her to be. Never needed you, but you needed me. I got cream, they go baby clean. Lose your self-esteem. I get touched in the morning, so I feel like baby king. Wasn't good, step outside, so I just like baby me. Cause I'm cool, cause he where she wanna be, call me Freaky T. On the leash, I feel like a dog. I need her to be. Never needed you, but you needed me. I got cream, they go baby clean. Lose your self-esteem. I get touched in the morning, so I feel like baby king. Wasn't good, step outside, so I just like baby me. Cause I'm cool, cause he never needed you, but you needed me. I got cream, they go baby clean. Lose your self-esteem. I get touched in the
Oh, Nurse Red. Now we end off here. We get here. Lois, you know, if whatever happens, we're gonna call Lois. We don't care what kind of state she's in. We're gonna call Lois when some clues and some murderous things pop off. She gets the phone call that, you know, we got them. We found out, you know, where the people are after we have this. We talked to old Belinda some more. We talked to her some more, and she says, you know, this is a prophet. This is a false prophet. I realized that maybe I wasn't following for the right reasons, and maybe they weren't telling me to do the right things. But I do know one thing: he wants to use you as a martyr. He wants to play with you. I'm like, okay, martyrs are, caretakers or guardians of something, or like maternal type of, like he wants to utilize you. You're special. And this is why all of these things are being connected to you. We get to this milk factory and we are literally milking pregnant women and, feeding babies, an image I never want to see again. Precious, precious children. And then we get here and we realize that Lois has been being watched the whole time, which is absolutely not a surprise because he always knows where you are. He's always the clues and those little snapshots and photos being taken, but he just can't seem to be shot. And he's everywhere that Lois is at this point. But I still can't really dive into this because we still have no clarity as to what her connection to Grotesquerie is, even though we think that this is all whatever. Normally, they would give us some type of motivation at this point. Grotesquerie is all over you like white on rice, and you are the top tier concern because Lois is this, Lois did this, and Grotesquerie feels this way. We not getting that, and I don't think we're going to get that, period. But we end off with Grotesquerie sneaking on up behind her, and her, because she got them spidey senses. her getting to it after she has all these flashes of everything that's currently going on with everybody. We have Sister Megan wake up. We have, Nurse Red over there with her purpose. And look, it's Married over there watching reality TV and probably eating with Travis Kelce. But who's underneath the mask? We see a veil, maybe it looks like a white male face underneath, but then we cut away. Ashley, how did you feel about the way that this episode ended off?
We know it's Father Damn Freaky Deaky under the math and the let's fade to black. We're gonna give you some intense and whatever. So let's talk about a couple things though really quick and why none of this makes sense to me unless we are clearly in this heifer's mind. Because with all of the intricacy of these crimes that Grotesquerie has committed up to this point, you mean the time that he takes to profile Lois is the thing that he leaves up in a space he knows is going to be found, girl? Like, he done stitched body parts together, added peens to foreheads and navels. He's, done things to nuns and other people. Like, the crime scenes have been so elaborate. He done boiled the people. Listen, and this is what he focused on. He needed to take time to investigate you, Lois, because you're just that deep. You're so deep. You're so worthy of being a martyr. The selfish Lois that we've met, it makes no sense whatsoever, girl. And then you mean to tell me he got the knife up to the throat, ready to slice and die, and you all of a sudden get a kung fu grip? When have you ever had this much hand-eye coordination, ma'am? When did you learn kung fu? When did you learn to BFFR? I don't believe any of it. You need to be profiled, Lois. All you do is drink, drive, make turdunkins, and drink some more and pass out. That's all you do. Why would he need a crime board of you, ma'am? Why? At least they didn't have the little red dots connecting whatever. But girl, and like Maisie told her, like Belinda told her, girl, if he wanted you gone, you be gone.
Already.
It ain't that. But again, my thought she is so self-important that I have to make this all about me, girl. But what have you sacrificed that would make you a martyr? What cause have you fought for that would make you a martyr? If they go back, the sex trafficking, you don't give a damn about them sex trafficking people. We see what you do, girl. We see what you do. It's Cap. Top Cop, this is Cap. She would have been sliced and diced and done. Come on. Her reflexes are not cat-like. Let's be frank.
No, the fact that this has just been the stomping ground. You got that whole bucket of Val over there that he's been leaving at crime scenes, and everything is just here. He's even still here because I won't notice that bad, but she got these reflexes. And then we only have a choice but to leave with, Father Charlie. I was going to say Father Country. Father Charlie, like, who else have we met? Who else have we seen? Who else have we, like, him and his, obsession with the serial killers and who else are we supposed to think is underneath that mask? I also think that is Father Charlie. Okay.
She wanted to be him, but that don't mean it's really gonna be him. I feel I because it's in her mind. Okay. We might sit here next week doing a whole Scooby Doo. Okay, she might pull 3 masks off before she figure out it's her.
Ashley over there typing away.
We have a super.
Thank you so much, Shannon D, for the $4.99. I gave up on this show, but show up for y'all for the entertaining commentary. Thank you so much, Shannon D. We trying to stick it out. We're going to stick it out. You know what? We got 4 more episodes, 2 more lives, but 4 more episodes, and we're gonna Father Charlie our way through them. If it, you know, we're gonna make it happen. Thank you so much, Shannon D, for the $4.99. This self-importance, all this indulgent thing, that this is so like, it's all been about me. It's all for you, Damon. It's all about me. It's all about me. The killings are for me. I'm the only person who can solve it. This is all surrounding me. Even the victims are around me because I've just tried to help so many people in my life. Like, this is all very, very self-serving, and I, for one, will be happy as hell whenever Lois wakes the hell up. Please. If she can wake up at all.
Let her transition, wake up, do something. Let's just be done with it. Let's be done with the grotesquerie.
I mean, I think we're gonna end off on some Tales from the Hood type ish, where it's gonna be just a reveal of this is the devil, and you failed the test. We were testing you, Lois. You failed, and now you got to go to hell at this point.
I have a question for y'all. Y'all are Ryan Murphy aficionados with American Horror Story, and Tamara Jones said the first season of American Horror Story, Murder House, when you were talking earlier about what was this like? Does he normally seal the deal? Does Ryan Murphy wrap it up, tie it up with a bow in his storylines? Because y'all know I only watch 911 from Ryan.
Yeah, this is what. Thank you so much, Tamara Jones. Ryan Murphy, like that first, I'll say 4 seasons, depending on who he's talking to, of American Horror Story were great. They were great. Really, those first 3, those are like prime Ryan Murphy shows, and that lets us know what he's capable of and how he could take a scenario like this one and make it really, really good. But that's also why we can watch this and be like, what the hell is going on? Because this isn't what we, obsessed over and stayed up and wanted to as soon as the episode dropped on FX. And Murder House was really, really good. Coven was really good. Asylum was good. Then we kind of, got a little, freak show and whatnot. The acting was always great. The storytelling was always great. This is not. This is not. And it's not even like it's above him to be like, oh, this is weird. All of it's always been weird. It's always been questionable. It's always been hints of, sacrilegious things and fantasy and sex and everything that's encapsulated here. It was just handled differently. I don't know what the hell is going on here, and it's not in a good way. We've had many of his shows that keep you guessing, and it keeps you intrigued, and you don't know what's going on. But it's written so well in a way that you are hanging on every single thread of every single episode because you want to know. You're intrigued that much. This is not that. Okay.
But American Horror Story been falling off lately. That's probably why he tried to switch it over and do this. Oh, you know what, Ryan? All you had to do was just call this American Horror Story Grotesquerie. Because you following the same pattern. There's nothing unique about this show that we haven't already seen.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about it. And you're right. Those first few seasons of American Horror Story, I really, really liked. And then he just, every time it hit the plot twist, it went downhill. Hotel, I didn't even stick it out for the plot twist because he had 20 plots into one series. And I couldn't keep up with everything. And the Roanoke, by the time we hit to the plot twist, and Roanoke was another one that he was like telling a full story. And then by the plot twist, it wasn't the story he was telling. It was a reenactment of a story he was telling. Yeah. We found out all the characters weren't real. It was the actors trying to tell a story. So nothing is new here. Nothing is special here. And I want to get that same feeling that I had in Murder House, but it's not there.
Oh, no. This is a combination of So it's a little Murder House, a little Nurse Ratched, a little American Horror Story Asylum. There's just everything here together, and like, oh, let's put Niecy Nash in the front. That's all this is.
Mm.
Let's put Niecy Nash in the front, and let's tack on some themes of Seven, the movie, and the Seven Deadly Sins. That's all this is. It's
But
very
even her acting prowess is being wasted here, I feel like, because she's very talented.
Everybody's this all of this, everybody's this. Like, you had Niecy Nash, you had Courtney Butte. I think Nurse Red can probably deliver something. Like, you Raven Goodwin, like, you have people here who have the capacity to really deliver something. Even Sister Megan, I'm not really all that familiar with her, and I still haven't finished watching Monster, so I can't really.
Oh, he's amazing.
Is he?
Chavez, yeah, he's incredible. He does good work. Yeah.
I just think it's unfortunate that the draw here was Niecy. If Niecy Nash wasn't in the front of this, I wouldn't have been checking for it. I wouldn't have been checking for it. And it's like, oh, we wasted her. Thank you so much, El Marie, for the $2. Ryan Murphy is trying to tell us he's sad.
Truth is
Sad. He's so sad. I mean, who's working you, boo? Nobody ever said you needed to release 3 shows in the span of a month. Like, that means you were working on all these things probably simultaneously. Like, you're the one, like, you don't have to do, and that's not even the shows. I mean, not like the 911, all of those other genres. He's doing a lot. Nobody told you to spread yourself thin. And I was at least hoping that, even though it's a Ryan Murphy production, it doesn't mean that your stamp has to be on it, your name. Like, no, his pen is on every single episode here. He wrote on every single episode here. All right, Tyler. All right.
That's what they said. They said he the Tyler for this space.
Well, Ashley, I'm gonna come to you. What do you episode 7 and 8? You got anything that you're?
I don't care. I wish I cared. Like, it's so hard when we are covering shows simultaneously. One that's actually very good. From is very good. And then you come to something like this and it's like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? So it's really hard for me to be fully invested, especially because no character, we're not endeared to anyone whatsoever. At least I'm not endeared to any of these characters whatsoever. So it's really hard for me to have a stake in caring about what happens to them. I'm not gonna shed no tear for none of these people. I'm gonna laugh a little bit. Like, I laughed when Sister Mary Clarence got bopped out there. Because, girl, what are you doing?
What are you running out there for? You're not bulletproof.
Who stands in the middle of a blicky fight, man?
You rented that. I'll save you.
Dumb.
I was like, what are you doing? And politely got shot for it.
Yeah, but I hope we do get more answers. I hope we get to see more of Courtney B. Vance. And do something. Let us know why he's such a villain to you, and maybe get a true insight into Lois's real situation, because this is just enough. Enough is a damn enough. And if they pull off that mask and it's Niecy down there on the floor,
I considered that for two seconds.
I'm gonna throw something.
I did. I considered that for all of 2 seconds. Kay, do you have any expectations for episode 7 and 8?
I expect them to piss me off like they did last night. I need her to wake up at a wonderland. Okay, Alice, it's time to wake up. And let's get to the real. This is around the time Ryan Murphy usually peels back the charade. Okay, he usually midway through the season, he's gonna go ahead and give us the plot twist reveal, and then we proceed with what happens in the after. Let's go ahead and get with it, because I don't want to follow this case because it's not real.
I think they're gonna follow through with this case, Kay. I think we're gonna follow through. She's gonna pull back that mess. It's gonna be Father. I don't want to know why I want to call this man Father Kotri. Father Charlie, or some other, white individual, and we're gonna have to go through her, bringing them on down to the precinct and interrogating, and I think we're gonna make it a whole thing, and it's gonna be, well, Lois, he's gonna really keep going with this, even though we know it's not real. Even though we know Lois could be anywhere from in a slobbering at the mouth, in a 5150, in a coma, already dead, in purgatory on her way to the pearly gates or down there with deception and disgrace. We know that already. But he's going to keep going with this. I don't think we're going to snap back into any realities 7 and 8. I think we're going to go all the way. We're going to go all the way home with this. Unfortunately, I don't know what we're supposed to do with this, y'all. We trying, y'all. I promise. I was trying. Like, I didn't even know like how to make sense of the slides. So like the show has no direction, which is weird. I don't know. I don't know. I do know that Friday is Reasonable Doubt. Episode 9, we'll be getting into Jax and Lewis and their little raggedy, situation, but not a raggedy episode. I'll give them that. We tried to pick it up. Episode 9. We also have a watch along from Mr. Crockett, a new Halloween movie, Black Halloween movie, a little horror situation available on Hulu. Kay will be hosting a watch along for that. Kay, I'm gonna give you the screen so you can maybe tell the people what you have going on, because I'm just so filled with disappointment.
Aside from the lives on my channel, I am reviewing The Penguin every Wednesday. A new review comes out. The show is every Sunday, and so my review goes up on Wednesdays. I have From Theories on the channel. Check the short section. I just did my first thoughts on season 2 of Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol. Yes, I'm a big Walking Dead fan. Tomorrow we have Reasonable Doubt, followed by our watch along for Mr. Crockett. And then Saturday is our members only blockbuster night. Make sure y'all hit up those memberships. We have a lot of fun with our member only watch alongs. And yeah, y'all hit that like and subscribe button so we can come and bring you all more foolishness like this and try to figure this thing out together. Let's figure it out together.
Do we have to, Kay? Ashley, let the people know what you got coming up for the remainder of the week and maybe some of the great things that you've already posted.
Oh, golly gee willikers. Well, thank y'all first and foremost for being here for Grotesquerie on a Thursday. We appreciate you real bad. Don't forget, Sundays are for 3 women. Tuesdays are for From. We will be rolling out a new segment. Monday nights are going to be for new movies, new movie Mondays. And so we are looking for content in this space. So just be mindful of that. As far as uploads, y'all, Love is Blind is up. My Married at First Sight initial impressions will be up. Top 5 network TV shows you should be watching this fall will be up as well, as I'm continuing on with My Sweet Vlogtober, which is a series I'm doing for the month of October. But you guys, just thank you for being here. Make sure that you're subscribed to everyone on the panel. Make sure you have that notification bell selected. Yeah, and just watch the community tab, because we always got something going on, but I can't thank you guys enough for being here.
Oh man, absolutely, because they should have and could have been anywhere else.
Not should have.
The show isn't giving us anything. Like, I've never seen a show with such a great cast like this, and maybe what could have been an interesting premise give us nothing. Like, it gave nothing. It's just too much.
Maybe it'll come out in the last episodes,
All right. Saturday, I believe Saturday, I will be going live, doing a members only live, getting into YouTube, and just you guys asking me general questions, whatever you ever, wanted to ask, whether it's pertaining to me personally or YouTube, because I always get a ton of questions on how to start a channel or the do's and don'ts or what you should do. That live will be for my second or top tier folks, if I'm not mistaken. So if you are one of those folks, be on the lookout for that. Sunday, I will be dropping a new video for Strictly Business. Be on the lookout for that. It's a good time. It's Strictly Business 1991. If you ain't seen it in a minute, go back and run it up so you can be refreshed on that. And of course, 3 women. Get into 3 women. Get into everything that's not grotesquerie. And be on the lookout for when these shows are kind of over and done. We're gonna always be trying to put out new amazing things that you guys should be watching, but I will say that everything is not gonna be a hit. Okay. We tried though. We absolutely tried, but be on the lookout tomorrow for the Mr. Crockett watch along, as well as Reasonable Doubt. The Mr. Crockett watch along, hosted by Kay, will be open to the public for everybody to join. You don't have to be a member for that one, but for Saturday's watch along, if you want to get into Jimmy Bones and them and Snoop Dogg with his hair, you gotta be a member for that. You have to be a member for that. And I think it's worth being a member for that, because we're gonna have a good time, especially since Ashley don't do horror and she ain't never seen it. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, geez, so
It's gonna be absolutely fun. But let me leave you guys with our weekly TV guide, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Good night, y'all.
good night.